Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leShalom malachei hashalom malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Hello and Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Shabbat Shalom,
so
Rabbi.
Nice to be with you on this fine Shabbat of our official summer hours that we are switching to here at Congregation B'nai Israel with the summer. And right on schedule, it's rainy and humid. So thank you for nature for hitting this perfectly for us to start off our summer hours with the good summer, yucky, humid,
wet,
sticky feeling that is Florida in the summer.
I got that sticky feeling.
Yeah, that's right. It's. Thank you for those who are here in our chapel. We are in our chapel. We switched to our chapel for our summer, so nice to be in the chapel. Those of you on our live stream, we hope it's working. We set it up and we press play, and hopefully you are seeing us and hearing us. That is our plan. If you are here in the sanctuary, your prayer book is under your seat. You just have to reach under. It should be right there if you don't have it already. Those of you on our live stream, we're going to start to mention this to you over and over again. You can go to a live stream and get our virtual prayer book. It will be up there not for very much longer. We actually heard from the CCAR Press, which is the company that makes our virtual prayer book, that they are going to be taking it down very shortly. It'll be available for purchase, but not available on there. And so you can buy it, the whole set if you want. We'll be mentioning this almost every Friday night, particularly for those of you on our live stream. You can buy either the Shabbat only version. I believe that's $10. And then you'll own it, and it's a virtual copy, so you can have it on like a Kindle, you can have it on your iPad, you can have it on your computer. So it's downloadable. That's $10. You can buy the full prayer book that has the weekday, the festival, and Shabbat for $20, and then you'll just own it. So we're going to mention this, but right now you can still get the free one. So if you're watching, you can go to our website, cbiboca.org. By the way, you'll be able to see how to purchase them also on our website eventually when we get there. But right now, you can go to cbiboca.org, hit top left corner, hit menu. Under menu, hit services. You'll scroll down a little bit. You'll see him. And next to him, you'll see a button that says virtual prayer book. Hit that, and it'll still work, and you can still follow along with us throughout our service. But start planning on purchasing, it's called an e-book. So you can purchase the e-book, like I said, for $10, just Shabbat, or $20 for the whole prayer book that you can then use for the holidays, for weekdays, for any other occasion. The high holiday ones, by the way, are going to be the same. So no longer will the high holiday books, the Machzor, it will not be available at no cost. There's going to be a cost for the high holiday ones virtually also. So also $10 each. Rosh Hashanah is $10, Yom Kippur is $10, but then again, you'll just own them. So
it's a one-time purchase.
It's a one-time purchase. That is right. Just want to mention that to you now. We're mentioning it throughout the summer because it's eventually going to come down off of our site. Thrilled that you're here, happy that you're here. It is nice to be celebrating Shabbat together, letting go of our week, and heading into a little relaxation and a nice weekend of being together on Shabbat. We'll mention to you later also, but Shabbat mornings will also be in here starting tomorrow, and so we'll look forward to seeing you here in this room a lot for Shabbat. We're going to continue, whether you're on the live stream or in person, on page 2 with the lighting of Shabbat candles. Again, page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Now that our candles are lit, our time has been sanctified with Shabbat, and we're going to continue to sanctify our time by adding some sweetness and continue with Kiddush, which can be found just the next page on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei piri agafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahavahu v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila le'mikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat koshecha be'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Now that our time is sanctified and sweetened, we're going to continue now with Kabbalat Shabbat, welcoming in the Shabbat bride into our presence to help us to appreciate Shabbat, to appreciate all 25 hours of Shabbat, where with the presence of the Shabbat bride, everything is a little better. Everything is a little sweeter. Everything is a little easier. All the studies are a little deeper. All the relaxations are a little bit better. I was going to say the challah tastes better, but challah never could taste better. It's always perfect. And so we're going to continue with the words of Yedid Nefesh, which can be found on page 10.
Yedid Nefesh al harachaman v'shol chavtecha el ritzonecha yarut avdecha kemo hayam ishtachaveh el muhadarecha Yeravlo Yedidutecha מינוף עצוב בכל טעם אדוני זיו העולם נפשי חולת אהבתך אנא אל נא רפא נעלה בהרות לה נועם זיווך אז תתחזק ותתרפא והייתה לה שמחת עולם יאללה לילה לילה 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 dai.
We continue with Psalm 98 on page 16 with Zamru.
Yai dai da dai, yai da 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 dai, yai dai da 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 dai, dai da 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 dai, dai dai da 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 dai, dai da 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 dai. Zamru Adonai, Zamru Adonai. Zamru Adonai Bechinor Bekol Zimra Lai 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 Zamru Adonai Zamru Adonai Bechinor Zamru Adonai Bechinor Bekol Zimra Lai 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 lai.
We continue now with the words of Shlomo Halevi. So excited was he to celebrate Shabbat, so connected was he to be part of Shabbat and to connect with the Shabbat bride while he lived in the mystical city of Tzfat in the north of Israel. Living in the 16th century, he was so inspired that he wrote his own lyrics, his own words to liturgy that we now use now for hundreds of years to celebrate the presence of our Shabbat bride with the words of Lecha Dodi on page 20. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Getting to verse number 9, we will stand and face the door to welcome in the Shabbat bride. Verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, page 20.
לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה שמור זכור בדיבורך השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד הוא שמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולצילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו בניך כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם לסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שידברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated. We continue in our Kabbalat Shabbat in bringing in the presence of our Shabbat bride with the words of Tzaddik Katamar from Psalm 92. This is on page 22, and it is in the indented paragraph at the bottom. That's where we're going to be starting, on page 22, Psalm 92, starting with that indented paragraph at the bottom.
Tzaddik Katamar yifrach ke'erez balalon yizkeh shetunim bevet Adonai bechatzrut Eloheinu yafrichu odinu beseva tesheni mera'ananim ki yashar Adonai tzuri
Now with the Shabbat bride within our midst, we are going to begin to transition into the evening part of our service, and we are going to transition with Chatzi Kaddish, which is on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב. ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם לא מהמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי דקודש בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה בחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen.
With the call to worship, the Baruch Hu, page 28. Together we stand.
Lai 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed Lai 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 lai
We thank God for making night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah poteach she'arim ובתבונה משנה עצים ומחליף את הזמנים ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Let's continue on page 33 at the bottom, and we can alternate paragraphs. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. The more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. It could be a truer token of your abiding love in this holiest of your works and living language that gives it form. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. 34-35.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem emet. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go, there is eternally Egypt, that there's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Micha Mocha, our Song of Redemption, on page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים, לפני משה ומרים זה אלינו, אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts. We may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 42.
השיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, passion, and trust. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Ashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim.
Should we say what we usually say at this point?
It's a Dan Nichols
Dan
piece,
Nichols.
you know,
That was Dan Nichols, and that means that he's coming. So he is coming to join us in February. He will be here Friday night,
26.
26 to be whatever is that 26 whatever
25?
24
24?
24
24?
it's somewhere in there
24, 25, 26.
24 it's somewhere it's that weekend.
Yeah. 24th.
It's the 24th. Great.
24th,
It's
25th,
the 24th. It's the Friday night. He'll be here Friday night. He'll be Saturday night, and he'll be here on Sunday.
Yep.
So he'll be joining us. So if you like even a smidge of that music, there's a lot more to come, and we'll be sharing a lot of it with you in the months to come.
Months to come, yep.
Because he'll be here. You have to do that, every time, because he's coming. Yay. All right, we're going to continue with the Amidah.
Free PR.
What's that?
Free PR.
Yeah, free PR. That's right. We're going to continue with the Amidah, which can be found on page 46, and together we stand.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Ha'gibor v'Hanora El Ehayon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekone Hakol V'zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geulah Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים. ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. Baruch atah Adonai מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש, ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We take some time now for our own silent prayers, thoughts, and meditations, beginning on page 54 through page 62. When you're finished, please be seated. We'll continue on page 60.
עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, אמן, אמן. עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
As clergy, we have the distinct honor often at being at very significant events for people. Sometimes it's more difficult ones. Sometimes it's for healing or for something that's a little more sad or difficult. But more often, and as clearly as our wish, that when we do get to celebrate moments, we are often there for those moments. We're there for when there's a birth, we're there for a bris, we're there for a naming, we are there for b'nai mitzvah, we are there for weddings, we are there for celebrations, we are there for lots of wonderful celebratory things that we're very, very lucky to be at. Probably besides the fact that I could get challah whenever I wanted, that was one of the major reasons why I became a rabbi, is also that I could be at these special moments for people throughout people's lives. And the dream, of course, working in a congregation is that one can celebrate these life cycle events for many, many years and be at someone's naming and then celebrate service of bar bat mitzvah and then the weddings and so on and so forth. So it's very, very nice, and we feel very blessed to be able to do so. And it's oftentimes, not only there are certain things that always happen, right? We usually say Mazel Tov at the end of something. There's usually food because we're Jewish, so that's a natural occurrence. So every time we're at a celebratory moment, there are these things that usually occur, no matter what, right? I often joke that every single bar or bat mitzvah service, every one of them, has, wherever you are, I think in the United States, has someone visiting either from New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Florida, or Los Angeles. At every single bar bat mitzvah, you have someone who's visiting from out of town. And that's also part of the nice tradition that we get to share with all the people who come to visit and celebrate in these moments. One of the things we get to do besides all that are blessings and share blessings and share in Torah and Haftarah, but we also get to do something called the priestly blessing. And the priestly blessing lives in these incredibly powerful moments in people's lives. Usually when someone is born, at their naming or their bris, priestly blessing. Usually when we get to bar and bat mitzvah, priestly blessing. Under the chuppah, priestly blessing. When we celebrate, what we just did for our confirmation students, our 10th graders, priestly blessing. When we celebrate our 12th graders who graduated, priestly blessing. It's this beautiful, transformational blessing, and it actually occurs in this week's Torah portion. So this week's Torah portion of Nassau has the origination, the actual text of one of the most ancient and most powerful blessings that exists for us in Judaism. And it's traditional for priests to do it. It was traditional for the priests to do it. As a Kohen, I am not a Kohen, which is why it's also nice when Cantor Muchnick sings it, because A, it's prettier, and B, he's a Kohen. So it's nice, but those of us who are Levites or Israelites, I'm an Israelite at the bottom, then I get to do it because I'm a rabbi. So I get the elevated status of rabbi, but not the official status, because Cantor Muchnick is not just clergy, but also he's a Kohen. So we get to celebrate, and it was for the priests, and then we get to celebrate it, like I said, for all the doting moments of parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles. Particularly when we hear the priestly blessing, it's usually something really wonderful and really happy. If you look at it very deeply, though, and very precisely, the structure is pretty brilliant to why it's constructed the way it is. It's 3 parts, so sometimes it's called the threefold blessing. And there's a brilliant reason why it's set up in this way. And some people say because the first one of the 3 blessings is for our youth. The second part of the 3 blessings is for our midlife, and the third part of the 3 blessings is for our seniority. And if you think about it, the structure of the language even lends itself to that. So here, when we are children, the single most important thing we need is to develop our health and be stable humans and also feel secure. Our parents love us, they give us time and attention, and then we grow up and we feel secure and wholesome. And so that's why the first part says, may God bless you and protect you. Then in midlife, when we look for a partner, when we look for getting married, when we look for friends, we look for people who are going to be our partners, our confidants, we seek the connection of the word chen. And chen means to find favor. And so we seek to find favor in people in that middle part of our life, in the middle part of our age. That's with our friends, that's with our spouses, that's with our loved ones. We even try to be popular if we can. I did not succeed at that part, but some people have become popular in this mid area of their life. I'm feeling I'm never going to get there. And so that's why, like the word chen, it's believed that the second line says, may God cause God's countenance and shine upon you and give you grace. Because we need that grace in that middle age. And finally, in our senior years, we're getting older and a little bit more tired sometimes. And we just want to have a little bit of peace and quiet, which, by the way, I wouldn't mind at any age. But it's thought that not only do we ask for that quiet and that reflective opportunity, but then the third part, ask God to lift God's countenance upon us and grant us peace. Because all we do is seek that peace. And so it's interesting that not only are these words so holy and so ancient and so powerful and so sacred, but they also fit perfectly in the 3 stages of life that we like to bless ourselves. And that's why they work at the bris. That's why they work at the bar and bat mitzvah. That's why they work at the wedding. That's why they work for grandparents to bless their children. And, by the way, this is also the blessing that's said every Friday night after candles are lit for our children. And so no matter how old our children are, whether they're at that young age, at the mid-age, or the older age, they're still our children. And so we still get a chance to bless with this 3-fold blessing. And so on this Shabbat, I would love for us to not only channel one of those spots, not only reflect, oh, do I fit in the young spot? Do I fit in the mid-level spot? Do I fit into the more senior spot? But I want us to think about actually moments in our lives, significant moments in our lives, where we felt connected and felt that that blessing was enveloping us at each one of those stages. When we were in those moments, and or when we got to share those moments with our loved ones, and we got to bless them or be in the presence of this very powerful blessing that finds its way to sit with us no matter what the situation. And so for all of you, we have the blessing, may God bless you and protect you. May God's presence shine upon you, be gracious to you. May God's presence be with you all the days of your life and bring you peace. As together we say, Amen. Transitioning from our idea of peace into our mode and thinking of healing, we think of those in our community who are in need of healing, physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. We think of Chava, Leah, Bat Esther, Gary Bandel, Daniel Bernstein, Gloria Bernstein, Lillian Bichelle, Sloan Caston, Brian Church, Karen Coles, Chuck Curry, Cheryl Cutler, Casey Daskell, Mark Davis, John Day, Jaden Deal, Judith Dratler, Martin Edelman, Ephraim, Avraham Ben Rivka Zahava, Bobby Fitchman, Herbert Fitchman, Jean Frankel, Rhoda Friedman, Ida Friedrich, Stuart Fruman, Jill Gottlieb, Larry Gottlieb, Martin Edelman, Ellen Hedrick, Larry Horn, Irv Hurwitz, Stan Jacobson, Ira Kafka, Shirley Kafka, Gary Kane, Bonnie Kleinman, Michelle Kingen, Esther Rhoda Kaufman, Stuart Kruger, Gloria Land, Rochelle Liebman, Michael Medoff, Yankel Yitzchak Ben Moshe, Lydia Nachum, Barbara Newman, Linda Greenblatt Neuwirth, Arnold Plotsky, Gloria Plotsky, Elliot Porwich, Mark Rosenberg, Lillian Rosenblatt, Howard Rosenbluth, Richard Rosenbluth, Chuna Ben Root, Moshe Ben Sarah, Lexi Schlessenberg, Ezra Shashua, Matthew Smith, Diane Spiro, Gloria Spiro, Tzivia Batliba Tamara, Sandy Tankus, Perry Victor, Barbara Weiss, Ashley Weiss, Masha Nechol Bat Chaim Vechaya Bela. To those names who had any name that you would like to add at this time.
Mark Reckler.
Mishabach can be found on page 253.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, the blessed ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Some announcements for us on this fine Erev Shabbat. The first one has to do with a birthday happening tomorrow. Harvey. And Sunday. But more importantly, yours, which is tomorrow. So happy early. You know what? It's Shabbat. So it's already like in. It's already happening. The Jewish date is already in. So happy birthday now.
It is upon us.
It is upon us. It is upon us. So mazel tov to you for your birthday. You gonna have lots of cake? Yes. Yes. All right. Great. Okay. Nice. Okay. Good. You have a particular kind of cake you like? Anything. Any kind of cake. No flavor. No. Doesn't matter. Just as long as there's cake. Oh, nice. Okay. You bake your own cake? No. Great. Okay. I was gonna say, please. That's great. Okay. Well, we're going to sing a little birthday for you, a little birthday song for you, sir.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach.
Happy and healthy birthday for you. Lots of cake. Ooh. Our announcements tomorrow. Services in this very room. Just stay. Just stay and hang out. It's not that long from now. We should probably just stay. No, you're going to go home.
Yeah, I'm going to go home.
You're going to go home.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So services tomorrow and for the summer hours are at 9 a.m. in this very room. Extra half an hour to sleep, which we appreciate as well.
It's glorious.
It's glorious. And so we'll have Torah study and our service in here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock until August 20th. Those are the hours that we'll be keeping. Friday night, 6:30 is not changing, actually. So these are new hours, not even just summer hours. They are new CBI Friday night Shabbat hours, unless there's going to be a special something where we change it. But the standard Shabbat time is going to be at 6:30. After August, stand at 6:30.
6:30.
6:30. 6:30 stand starts tonight and 6:30 all the way through. It was a little confusing at the 6:15s and the 7s and when to come and when not to come, and so 6:30s. So yes. So that's one announcement. We're going to have a bunch of summer programming
July.
Yeah, in July. Yes. So starting July 1, we're going to have not only our brand new youth engagement professional who's going to be here. So anyone out there who's watching who is from age, let's say, pre-K through 12th grade or knows someone who is, we're going to have special programs
Right.
on Friday nights, actually. So after the service, there are going to be special programs. And I believe they're all going to be life-size games. So life-size Mario Kart, life-size something else, and then the life-size something else, and life-size something else. There's all kinds of life-size games. So her name is Annie Rosenthal, and she'll be here with us. Also, every Thursday of July, we'll be having an event also. So some will be in the evening, some will be during the day. So please, was that? Yeah, we'll have 2 and 2. 2 in the afternoon, like lunch and learning type things, and 2 will be in the evening. I know one of them for sure is bowling. So it was a CBI bowling event. So you're welcome to join us in the evening to go bowling if you're interested. So yes, here Cantor Munchik is a great bowler.
I am not.
Great. Okay. Great. So what I heard was incorrect.
Yes.
Great.
I don't know where you heard that
Okay,
from.
all right.
Yes.
I am. You seem like a good bowler.
I am not.
You're not.
I am
Okay.
not.
I am a terrible bowler.
Good.
If
If I can use the bumpers, I'm a great bowler.
Yeah. If I can break 100, it's like, woo! It's a huge day for me. But it's fun because you're just throwing stuff.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and you're supposed to. So which is nice. So we'll have that, and there'll be all those, and there'll be programs. It's all going to be on our website. That's coming up. So full of July stuff, and then as we get closer to August, we'll let you know about our welcome back to shul events and all kinds of welcome back. Yeah. Thanks, a little Cotter stuff is going on. Thank you. I think that's it. Anything else I'm forgetting? What's that?
July
Right.
1st.
Thank you. So July 1, we have lots of new staff actually. So July 1, meet our brand new rabbi. Her name is Samantha Kahn is her name, Rabbi Samantha Kahn. So join us. She will be in this very room, in this very spot on July 1 for our service. We're not going to make her do too much. We're not going to throw her into the fire too much.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll make her sing and do the sermon and lead the service. We're just going to sit there with popcorn. So we're not going to do that to her. So that's July 1. Also, our new youth person starts July 1. And so we also have an assistant in the religious school who starts that same week. So lots of fun new people at CBI. And then, by the way, the Shabbat where we come back into the sanctuary, we're actually going to be introducing every one of our staff members. So it's a very important Shabbat because literally everyone who works for CBI is going to be at that Shabbat, so that people can meet them and really know about them and what their job is and how the service is going to be 4.5 hours because they're each giving a sermon. I'm just kidding. I think that's all the announcements.
Please, God.
Yes. All right. We're going to begin to conclude our service. Aleinu, and Kaddish. Elena can be found on page 282, and together we stand.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגאון עלינו ככהמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We transition our thoughts now to Kaddish Yotom, to Mourner's Kaddish, in the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period. We think of Doris Gold, Margot Engel, Norman Stolak. And our yortzites that occur for us on this Shabbat: Esther Berman, Benjamin Brager, Charles Brager, Max Davis, Sorrel Eglestein, Myra Fine, Therese Harris, Florence Janis, Ellen Kasten, Naomi Katz, Samuel Klein, Edwin S. Newman, Joseph Peretz, Erwin Reich, Aaron Rosen, Seymour Rosenbaum, Laurel Rubin, Dorothy Shear, Eileen Shestak, Donna Siegel, Theodore Siegel, David Silverman, Helen Skillman, Pauline Smith, Stanley Smith, Mildred Strom, Stanley Tamber, Hyman Tanzer, Donald Young. To those names, with any name that you would like to add at this time. Mourner's Kaddish 294. יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, ועלמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי חון וביומי חון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה, שמי לקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say amen. Please be seated. We're going to conclude our service with Tfilat Haderech, which is somewhere. I feel like it's 300 something. Hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll tell you where it is. 300 Tfilat Haderech is on page 345. 345.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find our way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
Adonai oz la'amo yitin. Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength unto our people. Continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.